12-Sided Stories is for mature audiences and often deals with topics that may be difficult for some listeners. Discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to The Foundlings, a 12-Sided Stories City of Mist actual play. As always, our games are story-heavy and rules-light. And now, introducing our Master of Ceremonies, Pooja Sharma.
Welcome back to The Foundlings, our City of Mist actual play. This is episode 5. I am Pooja, your Master of Ceremonies, and I have some amazing people playing with me today. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting with Mac.
Hey, I'm Mac. I'm going to be playing Beatrice, who is currently getting more aspects of the Rappaccini's daughter mythos that she encompasses, and being more social than she's used to. Very, very social lately.
Hello, I am Wes Otis, and I am playing Noah Hurst, who is just really trying to keep it all together and, figure out what's going on without committing violent acts with a large longbow. So we'll see how that goes.
Hello, I'm Saint, and I've been Bly Aglios, and she, has not been getting the celebrity treatment, and it's been a bummer. Also, she scared a kid, and she feels real bad about that. Real bad.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and I'm playing Siobhan O'Neill, and, she's just trying to help figure stuff out and find Miss Lazy. Find Miss Lacey.
Miss Lazy. Can't get nothing done.
It's like, just, after dealing with those kids for a night, can you blame her? No.
Not at all. Before we start, please consider supporting the show through Patreon or on Ko-fi.com, spelled Ko-fi. Now, on with the show.
Last time on The Foundlings, the guys got an offer from the agent. Would not give out any other name for anyone to call her by, because this is who she is. This is who you shall know her as. To get information on who took Miss Lacey if y'all would commit a robbery for her. And she specifically wants to know how to do it because she believes that his Robin Hood aspects will make him invaluable to the job. And also, she kind of likes to stick it to him because he works in the prosecutor's office. The job is the next night, so you have some time to think about it. And in the meantime, she lets you go. I'm sorry, I just remembered that Bly stole a donut from the room. I don't know what happened to that donut.
I guess, oh God, yeah. I didn't do anything with it, oh my lord.
This is in your pocket.
It's just with me.
Should have given it to the crying child.
Here you go.
Oh my God. Oh no.
So, upon leaving the Thieves Guild, Beatrice got taken aside by Callie, and Callie gave her the doll that they found in Tommy's room, and B offered Callie a job and a way to get out of the thieving life, which Callie seemed really into. Got back to the car, there was an ominous note about how someone knows about Noah's true nature and his time is running out. And then y'all got a SOS from Seth, where it turned out those kids were defeating him. He was completely overwhelmed, underwater, bedtime. Bedtime is the worst time. So y'all went back to help him out. Siobhan got the kids all sorted. Beatrice got Callie to look after the shop the next day. So it does seem like Callie is getting out of that life. And in the morning, Siobhan got woken up by a phone call from Hollister saying that the Beakerheads had gotten hit. One of their laboratories was broken into the night before, and he wants y'all to check it out, and that it might be connected to everything. He also sent y'all some more information about his murder board, so y'all have that now. you decided to go to see Agatha and see if she could figure out where Tommy is by looking at the doll, which is made by a Miss Rana Lee. So you all performed a divination together, and Beatrice got in touch with her plant side, and y'all pinpointed the location of the home. It showed you an artist loft downtown, and y'all were able to triangulate where it was based on the old movie theater and met Rana Lee, the doll maker, who it turns out is a friend of Tommy's and gave her the doll. They keep in touch regularly. She cares greatly for Tommy. It's obvious that she really wants to take care of her. And they have a standing phone call. So when Tommy calls and checks in, Rana convinces her to come to the loft. And that's where we're at.
And now you know the rest of the story.
So we'll pick up in Rana's loft. There's a working area where there are a lot of little projects in progress. You have like small and medium and large, and like there's a lot of stuff in there. She obviously doesn't just work on one project from start to finish. But also scattered around the loft are a lot of dolls that are just made and hanging out, which it's kind of cozy on one hand and it's kind of creepy on the other. But she seems happy and also, you know, just comfortable in a way that this is where she's meant to be. So after a little bit, y'all wait like after the phone call and 30 minutes pass or whatever, and Tommy comes rushing in the door. You just see like her like bursts open and a girl who probably about 12 or 13 just runs in. She's like, "Oh my God, Raina, Susan." And Raina grabs her up in a really big hug. "I was so worried. What happened? How could you leave her behind?" She's like, "I didn't mean to. I got so rushed and I had to run." And she takes the doll and like clutches it to her. "How did you get her?" And Raina points at all of you.
Hi, we are looking for our mom, Miss Lacey.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard she went missing. I mean, everybody knows Miss Lacey. All the kids know her, obviously. But around the house, like, the agent definitely knows her. There's something weird about that, but I don't actually know particularly what it is. But I know that, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's our understanding you might have been talking to Hollister.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that wasn't, like, it's not like I am starting, and, like, she pulls herself up into, like, business talk kind of posture. I trade in information, and Hollister is one of my clients.
Could you, as a perhaps sympathetic party, share the relevant information with us? Especially since we returned your doll and all that. I'm looking at, is it Raina or Rana? I'm looking at Rana to be like, vouch?
She's like super prepared to like drive a hard bargain until you mention the doll. And she's like, "Oh, yeah." And Rana visibly pokes her in the side. Like, "Come on, you need friends in life." And Tommy's like, "Look, what I was talking to Hollister about, like, I don't know what it would have to do with Miss Lacey. She's an old lady who takes care of kids. But I know that somebody a few weeks ago, maybe, I noticed it, that somebody came and made the agent an offer that was too good for her to refuse. But also not an offer that she could refuse, if you know what I mean."
Oh yeah, we're intimately familiar with such offers.
I mean, it's weird. I don't know if you've met her, but she is cool as a cucumber all the time. I mean, we all want to be like that, just unflappable, right? Like, can you imagine? But she's been off. Like, something's been going on.
What was the offer?
I don't have all the details, but what I know, because the kids, like the younger kids, clean up the rooms in there. They don't always pay that much attention to who's around, especially when you're hiding underneath the desk when somebody comes in. So what I know is that somebody is coming to the agent and giving us new jobs. We're going places that we never would have gone before. Places that normally like used to be that it would have started a war. Like, nobody wants to get on the wrong side of the Crimson Crocs, right? But now the agent doesn't care so much about that. Look, I'm telling you this as a friend. And also so that you know, if you're going to other people, you can tell them that I am an excellent and reliable source of information for people who might be in the business for such.
Well, how would people get a hold of you and your excellent information, especially if you're so wily?
I have a Dropbox. It's a pager number. I didn't know these things still existed, but they're actually really handy. And Rana's like, "You have a pager? why didn't you tell me? She's like, you would be on me all the time. I need space. And she's like, it's a whole, that look your teen gives the mom, and it's like the look that the mom gives back, and it's so full of ouch. So yeah, just know that you don't want to be going out there and like messing with the Crocs, though. They have their own stuff going on. It's like the whole world is on its head. I don't understand.
Any idea who might have attacked the Beakerheads?
She like thinks, just that thing where she rolls her eyes back. She's like trying to access a specific memory. Nah, the Beakerheads are usually like pretty untouchable. I've heard that they have sharks with lasers attached in a moat around their house. Who does that? Also, I kind of want to see it. But no, I haven't. I didn't hear anything. But if you would like to retain my services to keep my ear open for more information, I would be open to that opportunity.
Maybe in exchange for the fact that we got your doll back that was so very important.
And she looks at you and she's like, look, lady, I told you all about my house for free in exchange for that doll. You can only go to that well so many times.
I don't... I mean, what you're doing is extremely dangerous. Like the agents told us basically, you're not welcome back. And I have a feeling that if they found you, something really bad would happen. And I get it. You're young and you don't think that...
And she rolls her eyes.
Any of that is going to affect you. But I've seen lots of people who think that they can get away with stuff and they end up in a ditch or something. And I know that it would be great to ask you to do something, but I think that would put you in danger. And I think that it's wrong of Hollister to ask you to do stuff. I think that you should be in school and being a kid, not getting mixed up with the Thieves Guild.
Well, obviously, I'm not mixed up with the Thieves Guild anymore, now am I?
That's not the kind of mixed up I'm talking about.
It was only temporary. Anyway, I just needed to establish some contacts. And now, look, life is tough out there for everybody. But if you think I'm just going to this man I've never met before is so concerned about me and I should reform my ways and go to school and become an upstanding citizen. Look, I know how it is. I'm literally living it. I have my people. We take care of ourselves. And I've got friends in a lot of different places.
So I look at the rest of you and I say, she's all yours. I'll meet you guys outside. And I just leave.
I look at the others and I'm like, sometimes it's all about the messenger, not necessarily the message. One day I think you'll get that. And I'm like, Thomasina, Tommy.
Tommy?
Sorry, we did just meet and all. I'm just processing so much new information. Obviously, you can take care of yourself, and I respect that. And I think we all do in many different ways. But we do want you to know that not every adult you're going to come across, aside from Miss Rana, wants to harm you or screw you over. We really appreciate you being forthright with that information. We will pay you back in turn if you ever need something like that. And I know that Noah would probably be like, excuse me, but I'm just said that anyway. I'm looking at Siobhan and B if it's like, am I reading the room? am I getting that? We should help her out if she needs our help in the future.
I mean, I don't want to make promises that we may not be able to keep, right? But, if you can help us find Miss Lacey, we can trade some information that we may have at some point. But
and her eyes really perk up at that. She's like, this she gets.
Yeah, channels are open.
Okay, well, here's my pager info, and give me your number and I'll ask around and see if any of my people heard about Miss Lacey.
I'll give her my number.
And you can see her quickly, she doesn't write it down or anything, but she's repeating it a few times and memorizes it.
Shoot, yeah, do we need I guess there's nothing else to ask?
not really.
Mm-mm.
If you want to ask, what do you want to do next?
Well, we know that... Oh, gosh, we just really don't know that much. God.
Well, you know that somebody is strong-arming the agent, and that there has been a lot of interconnected crimes in ways that they wouldn't have been before. Don't know what that would actually do with Miss Lacey, though.
I want to talk to Hollister.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess I can give him a call once we're outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Hollister.
Yeah. What'd you find out? Have you gone to see the bigger heads?
Okay. Calm down. We haven't seen the beaker heads. We don't know what's going on with that just yet. But we did find out that somebody is strong-arming the agent, the head of the Thieves Guild, into doing jobs she doesn't necessarily want to do.
Now, that is a scoop. That's a big one.
We just don't know who is the strong arm.
Did they say anything about any of the jobs who she's doing the jobs against? Who are the targets?
Just, they said targets she wouldn't normally hit. Targets that normally the Thieves Guild would stay clear of because they want to avoid turf wars.
Turf wars, yeah.
Yeah, the Crimson Crocs were mentioned.
Oh.
As someone that, I guess she's encroached on their territory, but she doesn't seem to care.
Oh, that's big.
Whoever's strong-arming her, she's more afraid of them than the Crimson Crocs.
That's gonna be somebody who's they got some bite to back up that bark, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, so let me look into this because it's gonna have to be somebody who's already got a lot of power if they're able to strong-arm the agent that much. Because she'll do a lot for money. I mean, we're all gonna do a lot for money, right? But if somebody is having her go after the Crocs, and then if she's been going after them, making sure the Crocs don't retaliate, now that's huge. That's huge. So you're looking for somebody who's got some power in this town.
Well, and power enough to hit the beaker heads. Nobody else would touch them.
That's true. You know, I heard that they trained spiders to go around with lasers on their heads.
Been hearing something like that, yeah.
Now that is something I don't know that I want to see, but I do want to see it. But yeah, so we're looking for somebody who's a big time in this town. But who hasn't been hit? Let me, you know what? Tell you what, I got a friend in the Crimson Crocs. Now it's not, they're out, they run by the docks, but y'all are cool, y'all are hip, right?
Oh, we're something.
So, if you go and you ask for Benjen, then ask for Benjen. He might be willing to tell you about something. Maybe don't straight out ask him about the Crocs business. If you straight out ask him about the Crocs business, we're all likely to be fishing you out of the docks. I don't want to. Now it seems like you're worth your weight in it. And I'll come up with a list of names, maybe people that you could look into.
Okay. Thanks.
Back at you, kid.
And I turn to the others and I go, well, I said, deciphering his 30s jargon aside.
Or my horrific accent.
He's saying we need to talk to a contact he has in the Crimson Crocs. But we need to be careful and not directly ask about Crocs business. That's all I've got. Something about fishing us out of the sea. I don't know.
Ooh. Before we do whatever we're about to do, Noah, are you okay?
I don't know. I feel like we're getting nowhere. We're talking to 13-year-olds who have no clue on what's going on, or maybe they do and they're just too snotty to give us any information. I feel like we're running in circles, and I would love to find out some information that wasn't just, I've heard Miss Lacey has disappeared, but so far we haven't been able to find anybody with any actual information. Just, I might know somebody in the next, over there that might know something, or go look. This guy at the newspaper is like, have you talked with the Beakerheads yet? And it's like, we're not working for him, and yet he seems to try and want us to extract information for his leads. And I just feel like I'm being led around, and I'm with no clues, and it's just frustrating. I'm not used to it. Usually when I get a case, everything is there and I can just sift over things, but this is much more frustrating.
Indeed. It is not ideal.
So I guess, at this point, the Crimson Crocs are probably a good place to go if we can figure out who's got it over on the agent. Barring just going to the agent and taking her on, which we don't want to do. But we don't have much more time.
I think if we talk to the Crimson Crocs guy, something we can ask is who would someone be more afraid of than a beef with the Crimson Crocs? You know what I mean?
And who's big enough to hit the beakers? Because it seems like it's probably all tied together, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess my question for Pooja is, would Noah even have an inkling on... Obviously, I've dealt with the agent, and I probably know all of these groups on a surface level at least, especially if they're doing criminal things and getting arrested. Do I have any idea about who might be either screwing with them or something along those lines?
What you know is, and you know a surface level, like, kind of overview of the criminal element of the city. The Crocs are a power. They're like a family, a certain kind of family. It's not like they all have criminal records and stuff like that. They generally don't get arrested. People won't testify against them. But just like with any other family of that persuasion, you're aware of them and you're aware of their activities. There has been a certain, like, as far as you could tell, a certain power balance in the city where these disparate criminal groups stay out of each other's way for the most part because it's a big and bloody thing when they get into it. So for somebody to be upsetting that balance, or what it almost seems like is shifting it, then that's big and it's also new.
Well, aside from the Beakerheads and the Crimson Crocs, is there another well-known, aside from our Hedge Witch gang?
There was another there's the Frankensteins, and then there was that other one that I'm blanking on that you mentioned last time.
You've got Gashcore. It's not overtly criminal in the way that mega corporations are not overtly criminal. Yeah, Hollister told you about, like, a mid-level executive at Gashcore got hit. But you know that it's a power in the city. And it's a power in the way that, like, legal battles and things like that. You also know that they're working with the Beakerheads to help them take on this land grab from the Coven. Then there is the Thieves Guild. We've talked about, kind of where they stand at the moment. And they're run by the agent. Frankenstein's Monsters, who Beatrice knows the most about. I'm not sure how much the rest of you really would have encountered them. They're not generally a criminal element as a rule.
Right.
They sounded more like a support group.
Yeah.
It's much more like a mutual aid kind of, like, support system for these rifts specifically. And you know about the Coven, and as Agatha mentioned earlier, the person who runs that is Helga. And then there is the Crimson Crocs that we were just talking about. Crimson Crocs are actually run by Sam Nicastro. The only other people who really have moved between groups before are the Raptors. They're a bodyguard company that will work for anybody.
So of all these groups, either one of them has gotten enough power to go over the others, which in my opinion, the person, obviously with the most money and power would probably be Gashcore, but it could be another element that we don't know anything about at all.
Yeah, it could be somebody new, because why would Gashcore hit the Beakerheads? That makes no sense.
Unless they pissed him off for some reason. I don't know. I just know I don't want to be the lackey for the newspaper going to whatever leads he's giving us so that he can get more scoops. I guess the Crimson Crocs is the best thing we can do next. I don't know if we can get anywhere with Gashcore right now, and we're running out of time before we have to... I mean, we don't have to go back to the Thieves Guild, but it's something we have to make a decision on.
Yeah, one of those hard, rock in a hard place decisions.
Basically.
Yeah, and if the Crimson Crocs have been hit by the Thieves Guild, perhaps they got some juice we could use as leverage in our eventual meeting with the agent again. I imagine they're probably still pissed off about a couple things.
Probably.
All right, so let's head to the docks and talk to the Crocs.
Great.
And we know who this guy is, right? Or are we going to have to ask around?
His name's Benjin.
His name is Penjin. P-E-N.
Oh, Penjin.
Yeah, sorry. I should enunciate better.
Penjin. Okay.
Yep. And you know he hangs at the docks. And I'm going to say that this time Hollister actually, sent you his picture.
Okay, good.
So you would know who you were looking for. He also sent you, like, the general store where he normally hangs out. It's like one of those mom and pop places. He's like, oh yeah, so this is where he spends most of his time. When you get there, easy enough to find. The docks they're a clean set of docks. I mean, yeah, obviously you've got the smell, but the area itself is actually well maintained. And it's a little bit surprising if you don't go down there pretty often and what you mostly know about docks is what you see on TV. You go by the general store, and it's a really nice mom and pop place. It's got a section with groceries. It's got a section with random houseware stuff. And in the back, it's actually got a small, I don't know how many of you have been in areas where, like, when you go in the gas station, they have a food area, like where they make the food, but it's like that. There's a couple of tables back there. You can see the people, like, you can see a few people hanging out.
Like a little delicatessen kind of thing?
Yeah. It's like there's hot food that they make. It's open, until 4 or whatever, but it's owned and mostly operated by the same people who own the store themselves. And when you look back there, there's a guy probably in his 20s just chilling at the register. Pretty friendly when you come in. He's not eyeing you weirdly or anything. And as you start to look around, you see that there's the eating area in the back, and Pension is actually hanging out there.
Well, I'm definitely gonna just take a glance, see, how crowded is it? Could we have a quiet conversation with him, or would we need to relocate? Like, what's it looking like people-wise?
There's two other people besides the cashier, and they're sitting at the tables, and then you've got one rando shopping.
Cool. Well, okay. Is anyone aching to take a crack at our next informant here?
No, I have such a bad reputation with all of these people so far. I think it's best if I don't say anything.
Right. I was definitely specifically just looking at Siobhan and Beatrice again, but thank you, Noah.
In fact, I should probably just hang outside and wait until something comes up. Hopefully nothing major.
We could put a mustache on you.
Yeah, actually.
No.
There's probably like a brush in here. We could just... No?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
Just send Siobhan over there and let's get it done with.
Poor Noah. Bly just is trying to cheer him up, but she can tell it's not working. All right, I give up for now.
So I go over and I go to Pension's table and I go, may I sit down for a moment?
He stands up and he pulls out a chair for you. He's like, anything for a beautiful lady. Not every day you get such a striking woman who wants to talk to you out of blue, nowhere.
Kind of looking over my shoulder like he's talking to me. Well, thank you. I'm actually here on a little bit of business.
Oh.
I hate to say it.
Hand over his chest, he's like, oh, my dreams are shattered. Completely ruined. My broken heart, how will you ever repair it?
When all this is said and done, maybe we'll talk.
Then hope shall live eternal flame inside of my chest.
So, well, I was here because we have a mutual friend, who works downtown.
Well, tell me who this friend is so I can berate them for never introducing you to me before.
Oh, Lord. And I just lower my voice really low. I'm all, Lister.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think he introduces anybody to anybody.
That man is like a pasta press. Information comes out, you roll it, and then a story comes out the other side, but nothing else. There's no, social graces with that guy.
No. Well, the reason I'm here...
He looks over and he's like, and these other two beautiful women that you have come with, who you have also not introduced me to.
My deepest apologies. This is B, and this is Bly, and I motioned to them to come over and sit down.
P and Bly.
Hello, nice to meet you, good sir. These are my sisters, whether they like it or not, and that is why we're all together. How far along did you get, Siobhan?
Just that we have a mutual acquaintance, and that's about it. A lot of flattery.
Ah, yes.
I mean, you all deserve it. You deserve every word, every syllable of it.
I'm wondering if I am picking up on some bullshit right now. A little bit of a bullshitty, or is this person really like a freaking... Because I have met people who are like this.
He is like this.
Oh no.
Whether or not he is just like this to literally everyone he comes across is another question. But
It's not a put upon.
no, this is who he has decided to be.
B blushes so much that it's like her cheeks are as red as her hair almost.
Oh, your clear and radiant skin is just dazzling to my eyes.
I find this highly amusing, but B, do you need some water or something?
Oh,
Water,
yes,
yes. Water would be. I'm parched.
Where are my manners? Where are my manners? And he kind of waves at the person who works what is normally like a counter where you have to walk up and there is no actual waiter, but they roll their eyes and come around. And it's like, water, do you want? I mean, it'll be on me. I couldn't possibly live with myself if I didn't buy you ladies some refreshment here.
I would love this water, this free water. I'm looking at the waiter. Thank you for the... Okay. Well, you're shown us great hospitality. Good sir. Do a little fake bow. We are... And then someone has to cut me off because I don't remember the first question we're supposed to ask.
We are, okay, so here's what's happening. Our foster mom has gone missing. And in searching for her, we've been finding out a lot of stuff that she may have known about or, that may have led to her disappearance. One of those things is, it involves the agent.
Yeah. And on that, his eyes do a shift, and I'm going to cut outside to Noah, who you left the general shop, and then what did you do?
I don't know. I would imagine that I probably hung out. How close are we parked to the shop? Am I parked at a point where I can see the shop from where I'm at? Because I don't want to leave the area. But if the car's nearby, I'm hanging out at the car. If the car's not nearby, then I'm probably just hanging out near the front door, looking at my phone, wondering why I haven't gotten any messages yet from my assistant. Not wondering, knowing why, but still not wanting to call because I know that that'll be a headache. So I'm just hanging out.
Well, I'll say probably 3 blocks away. The area is one of those that has central lot where you park the cars in, that serves the whole surrounding neighborhood.
Yeah, then I'm just out front.
Okay, so you're checking your phone and you're like, is there a reason why no one has noticed that I am not in the office and I'm not getting any messages? So you log in to your work email, and there's actually, spam, normal stuff about your cases, other things. You get another notice from Judge Meyer, who wants to know why you haven't responded about moving your next case trial date to the following Wednesday at 9 a.m., like he had told you yesterday.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Which sharp-eyed listeners will notice not the time your assistant actually told you. But, and then you got the information that you just got from Hollister this morning about different connections and crimes. You get the sense that it's not actually even a fraction of the murder board, but it's the stuff that he feels okay enough to give you without coding it. This is the stuff he feels okay putting in writing and giving to you.
Right. Okay.
So while you're out there, you also see scrolling through, it's oh, well, I guess I have to do my day job. But you have an email from an unknown sender that came in, and it says, the company you keep is not a secret.
All these cryptic messages. I mean, of course it's not a secret. My sisters, I run around with them all the time. It's just making no sense. I'm going to respond. I respond to the judge first. Obviously, civic duty has to take priority sometimes. But then I say, yeah, sorry for the delay, blah, 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 yada, yada. Yakety smackety. And then I send an email to mysterious person. And I say, okay, what do you mean by this? I'm trying to figure out who is this? And just send, just who is this? And then send back the message.
Okay. So, do you want to hang out still there and wait for your sisters, or what do you want to do after you send the message back?
Well, I don't want to leave the area while they're still inside. So I'm going to call Officer Griffin real quick.
Yeah, this is Griffin.
Hey, this is Noah Hurst. So I caught wind that the beaker heads got hit, and I was just wondering if you had any knowledge of it or any information about what happened.
Well, I mean, it's weird if you had taken interest right now. Like, usually you're quite content to sit back and let us just do the work and then present you a signed and sealed, huh? But
Yeah, usually that works out well, but unfortunately might be connected to my missing foster mother. So I was kind of hoping to find out at least a little information, see if anything that I found out is tied into my mom's disappearance.
well, in that case, two birds, one stone. I get that.
Yeah.
And he says, well, Beakerhead's lab got hit last night, and it was obvious that whoever came in wanted to mess up their stuff real bad. Equipment's damaged. Stuff got set on, like, materials, whatever that science stuff is. Like, I don't know what you'd have to ask. You'd have to ask the glasses about it, but, like...
Did the lizards with the lasers on their head get hit too, or are they okay?
Oh, or the rumors that people spread.
I heard it was lizards. Anyway.
There is no lasers running around, at least not at this lab. Lord knows they have enough. But it was, honestly, it was targeted. They got hit where it hurt by somebody who knew what was important to them. Because that was equipment, materials, and they burned the journals.
So no suspects.
Well, the Beakerheads are pretty convinced that it was some old lady. Name's Agatha. Let me look through my notes to see who they were talking to.
Who has a name? Agatha Wilson. Who names their child Agatha? That's such an old name.
I mean, from what I can tell, she's an old lady. It's weird. I don't see why she would have had anything to do with it. They claim to have some evidence that they hid it over the crime scene, guys.
Thanks. I appreciate that. If you hear anything about Miss Lacey at all, obviously give me a call. I'm not going to put myself in any situation, but if I hear anything else or get any information I can throw your way, I will.
I appreciate that.
Because I really doubt an old lady had anything to do with taking out a lab.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. I'm just gonna go where the evidence leads me, especially if it's just landed in my lap, if you know what I mean.
True. I know what you mean.
Coffee break's over.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.
Okay. And then we're going to cut back to the ladies and Pension, who feels like he just won the lottery. And then you dropped,
The lady lottery.
yes, the lady lottery.
So I'm like, I don't know what she was researching or what she was into or whatever, but I know it got her in trouble. And I do know that whatever's happening with the agent, there's somebody she's afraid of more than the Crocs.
And he really, gets a real serious look on his face. He's like, I see Hollister really did fill you in, huh? Or you run in circles that I haven't seen before.
Well, we've been through it the last couple days.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. So, far be it from me to keep information from three beautiful ladies looking for their mother, who I'm sure is just as beautiful as the three of you, just more ripe.
Okay, buddy. All right.
So bad.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Yeah. You lost us on that one.
Little knocks me for a loop, but that one will do it. Ripe.
Oy, oy.
So he says, I just can't be giving away information about my own family, but I can tell you that the agent's been going where she has not dared go before. But that's not the only problem that we are currently facing. It's small potatoes in comparison, really. It's like a fly buzzing around your head. But there's been somebody bankrolling some business maneuvers in our territory. And we take real good care of the people who do business here. You can see we run a clean establishment. It's a family-friendly neighborhood. And somebody thinks they can make a buck. They think they can make a buck like they did in Midtown. But I don't know who it is. I'm not good at the books. That's not really my gig. I take care of my people. And he gestures to the person behind the counter. I go work. When the ships come in, I do my job. But something's fishy, if you'll excuse my pun. Something's fishy about what's going on here. And there's just something about you ladies that really, makes me feel like you could help us.
Maybe.
He puts his hand on his chest. He's like, you know how when you meet somebody and you really like know, you just know that it's meant to be. And he looks at like all three of you.
I'm just squinting.
And he says like, so there is a power, but I can get you more details. But the person, I would like you to come meet my father. Not my blood father, my mom, but like my father. And I think that he would really like you too. And that, you know, that if I explain about your mom and everything, that maybe like you could help us and we could help you.
And for clarity, is this an offer we can't refuse?
No, I would never do that to you. Could never, like, three gentle, wonderful women such as yourself? Never in my life. My father would strike me down as I stood.
Because I don't want you to get in trouble with your father, I think it's important you know who our brother is.
He's like, brother?
Well, yeah, we've got a brother. He didn't want to spook anybody coming in here.
I guess I'll text him.
He's the prosecutor, Noah Hurst.
And Pension kind of like, doesn't really blink at it. He's like, we all got family. They all do different jobs. It's good that he has a job. It sounds like he's got a career. That's good. I mean, you don't want your brother having to take care of all three of you without a good career. But I mean, only all three of you until, like, you know, you get a spouse that could take care. Maybe. I mean, it's just an idea to throw out there. I know it's old-fashioned. I know I'm old-fashioned, but, like, I'm an old-fashioned guy.
Old-fashioned up to the polygamy part.
Yeah, that's way old-fashioned. That's like so old-fashioned it started the cycle again.
Well, I have a job, thank you. And as long as we are helpful, I don't want to be talking for either B or Siobhan, so I'm like looking like, what are we deciding here? Like,
Well, if he's okay with Noah coming with us, then I think we go talk to the dad.
I can. B, how you feeling?
What? Sorry. Yeah. Whatever you all think.
Definitely sip that water, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta hydrate.
All right.
It's okay, sweetie. I know how, like, you know, it can be difficult to, like, talk around a, you know, intimidating guy like myself. But once you get to know me, you'll really open up. I'm sure you will. You're like a beautiful rose. Just like a bud.
For some reason, I was imagining him really short. But I don't know. Is he actually intimidating, or is he maybe talking himself up a little bit?
He is like the, like, Middle Eastern Danny DeVito.
Okay. I mean, I understand the charisma and the confidence, and there are short kings out there. However, the casual misogyny was not my cup of tea, so I will pass.
Like, B is having a hard time. At first it was like that blushing because it was like, oh, and now it's like, oh, I really want him to stop, and I could make him stop, but it would be I would have to do a bad.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, he does not know.
Had a feeling.
So I go and I peek my head out the door, and do I see Noah?
Hi, what's going on?
Come on in. It's okay.
All right, so I walk in.
I give Noah a thumbs up as he walks over.
So what's going on? What's with the thumbs up?
I think we've come to an agreement. And I'm looking at Pension.
Pension's gonna introduce us to his father,
Okay.
who might have some good information for us.
Okay.
This is our brother Noah Pension.
When he gets up and he, like, kind of does, like, a little bow, and he's like, it is very nice to meet you. I am honored to meet the brother of these wonderful women. And, like, I really want to do everything I can to help you find your mother, who I'm sure is even more of a glorious woman.
Yeah, she's ripe. Sorry, it's still so funny.
No. Ay.
And he just says, he's like, I just want to reassure you that no one here is going to hold it against you, that you're a prosecutor and you haven't really moved up the ladder yet. Everybody's got to start somewhere in their careers. So.
Do you know Patricia? Anyway,
Patricia, I mean, do you have another sister, a fourth sister?
no, she's someone I work with. It was Anyway, well, I mean, if you feel your father can help us find our mother, that would be very nice. Very nice. I'd appreciate that.
So he's like, great. So, I mean, there's just a couple of things that y'all need to know before you meet my father. I mean, first of all, like, people get weirded out. He's not he didn't, meet a woman and they fell in love. No. He's my father. Like, I become a croc. He's my father. And just, it's important that, just like with your father, just like with your mother, you show respect. So when we go, just, he's an elder. He's an old man. But I'm sure that he'll love you all. So we'll just go. It's like, he's at his club. It's only 2 blocks down. You want to walk? You want to take a walk? Ladies? And he's like trying to figure out the logistics of offering his arms to all 3 of you. And also how he's going to get the door if he does that. So there's a little bit of...
Oh my God. We're just orbiting around each other as we try to get to the door.
All of us avoiding taking his arm.
Right.
So it's you manage to make it outside and you go down. He leads you to a kind of like what looks like a nightclub, but obviously it's midday. It's closed down and it's kind of like an old-fashioned place. It's not like, on Monday afternoons we have a stripper joint, but more the kind of place where you'd be like, wow, do they do jazz here on Saturdays? That it's got that 20s elegance, if not the decor to match, just that vibe. But it's also not super richly appointed. So you don't feel when you go in, it's like sticks out like a sore thumb where like somebody poured a shit ton of money into this club while everything else doesn't. It looks as nicely maintained as everything around it. He leads you around to a door on the side and just, like a few quick knocks and another guy who, mid-range, he's like, hey, Pension, I thought you were at the grocery today. He's like, no, I met these, I was there, but I met these wonderful ladies and their brother who takes really good care of them, but they're looking for their ma. And they were telling me some stuff I think Dad would really want to hear, especially, I mean, I don't want to be loose lips here. I'll let them speak for themselves. I mean, ladies nowadays, they speak for themselves. And he's like, okay. I mean, he's not doing anything. And you go through and you go to a room and it's like a back office, like a manager's office. There's stacks of paperwork, there's books. And sitting behind the desk there is a man who is, in comparison to Pension, he's like 7 feet tall, lean, like he was like midweight boxer in his younger days. And he just exudes this kind of pressure when you walk in. And he's an older guy. He's probably of an age of Agatha and all of them. Like, this is the previous generation you're talking to here. But he's still in his prime as far as that goes. And he stands up when you enter and Pension comes in and he's like, Pension? And he turns, he introduces the 3 of you and Sam smiles and you can just see like a row of crocodile teeth in his mouth. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oh, wow.
So thank you all for joining me on the Foundlings. I am Pooja, and I have been your MC, and you can find me on Twitter at LADesi Girl. That's LADESI Girl. Pretty much all the other socials is Forgotten Saves. And Saint, tell us where the people can find you.
Hello, I'm Saint or Saint Spider, and I've been Bly tonight. You can find me on Twitter. That's at Saint Spider TV. Oh, one word. That is SAINT SPIDER TV. Thanks.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and you can find me on Twitter at Michulu. That's MICHULHU. You can also find my music and Wes's amazing sound effects if you subscribe to the Plate Mail Games catalog through BattleBards.
Hey, I have been and will continue to be Mac Beauvais. You can find me online as at Strange Like That, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebooks, and my website.
And I am Wes Otis. You can find me at Plate Mail Games on Twitter. You can also find our show at 12-Sided Stories, the number, and then 12-Sided Stories on both Twitter and Instagram. You can find us also on our website, which is 12sidedstories.com, all spelled out, all together. If you want to help out the podcast, check us out over on Patreon or on Coffee. Also, join us on our Discord. It's cool to have you all jump on over there and talk with us about shows and about games you're playing and all that stuff. We enjoy that. You can also help us out by giving us a review on your favorite platform or a shout out on social media. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week when we might be killed by a bunch of crocs on the Foundlings. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.